Congress is now cracking down on the Mmtlp fraud scandal. Investors were prohibited from taking their money out 2 days prior to the delisting of Mmtlp due to an unprecedented U3 halt. Since December of 2022, investors have urged Finra for blue sheets, but the request was denied. Now, in July, a total of 15 Congress members requested an Mmtlp update from SEC Chairman Gensler relating to fraud allegations that stemmed from the U3, which resulted in disastrous losses for investors. So not only did retail try and get this out of him, but about 15 Congress members as well, and on top of that, 40,000 Mmtlp letters conservatively have been sent to Congress this year alone, with several community members making phone calls daily. Their actions have now paid off because on September 12th, Senator finally got to question Gary Gensler on whether an investigation was happening or whether details from what occurred would be released at some point, and here is what Gary Gensler had to say. Now, before I roll the clip for you guys, make sure to hit the like button if you were an Mmtlp or you just enjoy the video or want to help me out. It's free. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Let's get into the clip, and in the beginning of the clip, you can see that Gary Gensler likes to beat around the bush and try and avoid the question like he usually does. However, further down in the video, he starts throwing Finra under the bus by stating that the SEC and Finra is separate. Okay, that's valid. However, he states that Finra, usually seeking regulatory approval by the SEC, did not do it for the U3 halt. But he follows that up by saying, no, they didn't do this for the halt. However, are we investigating? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you that. But he makes it seem as if the SEC is not investigating, and I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't, because the Mmtlp fraud scandal, in my opinion, had a lot of higher-ups involved in it that would have went bankrupt if the U3 halt did not go through. So if you weren't an Mmtlp, at least feel for them and watch this video, because this could have been something catastrophic, like when the buy button was taken away for the first time on AMC and GameStop. The markets are extremely corrupt. I'm going to roll this clip for you guys from the senator questioning Gary Gensler.
From many Idahoans, how they've been impacted by the troubling trading halt of the metamaterials, or Mmtlp, investors across the country share these same concerns. They have a lot of questions about what happened, the inability to sell the stock, and potential IRS implications. And to get answers about what happened, they'd sent letters and made Freedom of Information requests of the SEC and I believe Finra as well. And as of this point, I don't think we have the full response. And you know that my office has engaged to get answers as well. Can you confirm that the SEC is reviewing the trading halt from December 2022, and will you commit to publicly releasing the SEC's findings on this investigation?
Let me just sort of step back. Finra is separate from the SEC, and they have a set of rules. They're organized, and those rules are approved by the SEC after public comment, but they then move forward and implement their rules. The matter that you raised around metamaterials, if I recall the name of it, in December of 2022, if I recall. Under FINRA's rules, they sought trading halt. They didn't seek the SEC's advice or permission on that. That is something that they did separately in that matter.
So is the SEC not investigating these actions at all?
The SEC's role is to investigate many things in the capital markets. We don't speak to specific investigations, but we do, on a regular basis, examine FINRA for compliance with their rules and examine them on a regular basis on whether they're following their own rules as put out to public comment.
And are you examining their process and their compliance with their own rules with regard to Mmtlp?
We regularly examine, because they're such an important part of the capital markets, we examine them annually, I think. Part of our division of examination has a whole unit that examines FINRA on a regular basis.
Well, I don't know whether this question relates to you or FINRA or both, but the investors have asked for the aggregated audited share count for the MMTLP and for the blue sheet data to ascertain whether MMTLP shares were subject to counterfeit and naked short selling. Have Finra and the SEC analyzed MMTLP for any potential fraud or wrongdoing?
We seek to analyze fraud and wrongdoing wherever it might be in our capital markets, and certainly we're well aware of these matters, but I can't speak about specific possible investigations or even confirm or deny whether we have them, because it protects the markets. When we sometimes close an investigation and we don't find something. But certainly we could follow up staff about the specific questions about data.
All right. Am I hearing you say, though, I do believe I'm hearing you say that there could be an investigation underway, but you can't give data about it. But if there is an investigation underway into these matters, and if that investigation finds answers, is that information not going to be made available to the public?
We only make information as a result of any investigation public if we either settle or bring charges in competent courts. And that really helps protect the public and protects individuals when we don't bring charges.
Well, then how are investors and, frankly, Congress to know whether you have even undertaken such an investigation or whether such an investigation has resulted in any outcome?
Again, part of, I think, the trust in our capital markets is being a cop on the beat, but also when we close investigations that do not result in either litigation or a settlement, that's really between those various registrants or market participants that it's been closed, and they have a right to say if it's been closed or not.
Now guys, let me know what you think about that clip, and if you were an MMTLP, and if you did write a letter or requests regarding MMTLP and the fraud and the U3 halt that happened. Overall, hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to go watch the video I uploaded earlier, AMC Virtu sued. It's a full update on AMC, GameStop, additional data with those, the SPY, Apple, Nvidia, so on and so forth. So go watch that. And if you want $50 cash and 15 free stocks, each valued up to a couple grand per stock, download Moomoo. It's the top link in the video. And once you sign up and make a deposit of even $1, you are going to start earning benefits from there. The ones who sign up through the link and don't deposit will not start earning benefits. So make sure to go do that. Also, the link right under the Moomoo link is the Discord link. Pop in the Discord if you want to see my trades as soon as I take them and maybe even follow some of the trades. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but we also all talk stocks all day long, and we have options trading alerts in there and more. Overall, just the best vibes. Get in the Discord. Both of those links are right in the description, and I'm going to pin them in the top of comments. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.